Have you ever walked down the freezer aisle in your local grocery store and wondered how much work it would take to harvest your own food? To hunt your own meat? To forage for your own fruits and vegetables? Have you ever turned a thermostat on a cold winter's day and wondered how much work it would take to cut and split enough wood to last you an entire northern winter? In the north, we're lucky to be able to access the bounty of nature, but there are also some pretty challenging conditions. Extreme weather, little to no daylight in the winter months, and ravenous bugs in the summer. Yet despite all these challenges, there are incredible women all across the north who are living off the land. We traveled to the coastal community of Tuktoyaktuk, where we met Cheeta Gruben. As an Inuit woman myself, I'm always inspired to learn of other Inuit women who are doing amazing things in their territory. Cheeta is only in her early 20s and she's already a competent hunter. She travels across the treeless tundra and uses small hills and subtle variations in the landscape as navigational markers. It can be dangerous hunting on the tundra, so we asked Cheeta how she stays safe on the land. Her answer? Her close connection to her family, her land, and traditional teachings.
Pretty quiet in this area, but there's some berries to munch on right now. So these are ukpiks. They are known as cloudberries, and it's the time of season where they're perfectly ripe to start eating. So ukpik season's a pretty short season. As soon as they're ripe, which is in the month of August, people will start picking them, and it will be quite hard to find a berry patch like in this area right now. But here's one, but it's not good. It's old.
I'm so fortunate to come from a family that really practices our culture and our traditions and carries it on.
This one, it's not quite ready. Some people would pick them though.
I know where I catch my meat, and I'm thankful because it's a lot of hard work, and it's providing for a family, not only for this household, but we share with like our grandparents, our aunties and uncles, single mothers, you know.
Cheeta Gruben can be found out on the land in the community of Tuktoyaktuk, which is located on the shores of the Arctic Ocean.
The Inuvialuit word for caribou is tuktu. Tuktoyaktuk, which is Tuktoyaktuk, it means place of caribou. This is a marrow bone, and this is the buttock, and it's like so the best part. It's like scoop it out, and oh, it's so deadly. And right now, maktek is cooking. During the summer, we harvest beluga whale. We cut up some slabs and we cook our maktek. And you gotta be very careful how you cook it. You cannot direct it in the sun because you could poison your food. So when we harvest a beluga whale, usually, traditionally, we share our maktek with our family. Yeah, you just have to be really careful when you're working with maktek, but it's so good and it has a lot of nutrients in there. That's our makta. This is the fat. This is the part of the beluga whale. And so we eat this. So a beluga whale would be a lot fatter, but we do cut some off, right? And then we use this for maktek. We cut up in tiny chunks and we use HP. How it all started anyways is I was always daddy's girl, and one time I asked him, can I go out polar bear hunting with you? I want to go out hunting with you. He's like, no, you can't. And I'm like, why? He's like, you're a girl, we got your brothers. And I was like, so we did target practicing one day, and I was bullseye. My brother's like, fluke. And the next thing, I was like, I'm going to try again. And again, bullseye. And then that was the day that we were just all shocked. I was shocked with myself. I did not know that I was a good shot. I just knew I liked to travel, be out on the land, follow my father, and then I guess I made the cut. He took me that year, and that year was amazing because I got to go grizzly bear hunting, polar bear hunting, and it's a lot of traveling and a lot of beautiful land you see. And it's more than just hunting and killing. It's a passion because we get to provide for our family, and the whole process is a lot of work. A lot of my skills came from watching and learning, and also being out there and experiencing it and listening to the stories. And it really empowers you as an Inuvialuit woman.
We're part of the Inuvialuit settlement region. There are 6 communities and we are one of the 6. I grew up in a very traditionally raised family. Both sides of my parents grew up out on the land. I like to push myself to the extent. I like to be proud of myself to be able to withstand all conditions and all the challenges, because it empowers me to be able to know what I can survive and what I can face, because out there it is very dangerous. There's many challenges out here, like when you have to watch for the weather, and with climate change our weather is warming, which leads to unpredictable ice. You always got to be prepared. You always have to have your supplies ready, like you have shelter, do you have your tent, do you have food, because you just never know, the weather can change so instantly. Up here, the wind, which in the summer and the fall can get very dramatic, like it opens your eyes to this earth that we're living on. One time when I was hunting a grizzly bear, my dad was down below on the ice and I was up on a hill, and he guided the bear to come up the hill, and as it came, and my gun jammed and it ran right by me. And that was like, you have no time to be scared. You're filled with all this adrenaline, and then as it passed by, I shot it and we harvested. And as we were skinning it, it was like, you get into this trance where you're really in tune with the animal, like you're skinning it, and it's just like you got a peace of mind as you're working on your food. As a family, we work together, and so those were part of my chores. I had to wake up, I had to ground the meat, I had to help cut up the meat, and watch and learn skinning, and eventually the skills developed, and also my passion developed for how we live our lifestyle up here, because it is like, it's more than just hunting an animal. It is giving us food for the family, and this meat will last us and save us a lot of costs, because up north, the prices are doubled from the cities. Being out here, it's so alive, like everything is breathing, and that's the way I feel when I'm out on the land. It's just amazing. Like it really rejuvenates you, because when you're going back into civilization, into a town or a city, it's really different, and there's 2 languages that speak when you're in those 2 different environments. It's like my happy place out there. And the bugs out here, wow, it's crazy. Like, you gotta have a bug net, you gotta be prepared with bug dope, because they're gonna be buzzing in your ear. We are part of the, right in my freaking eye, sorry girls.
You're having problems with the bugs, sorry.
Oh, I sure got bit there, blood, I think. Sorry.